Live from the KSLU studios in the heart of Midtown, this is BT Sports with Bobby Stillwell and Tim Shagrew. And now, KSLU's leading sports program.
And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bobby Stillwell here alongside my broadcast partner, Tim Shagrew, and we have the biggest sports stories to talk to you about this week, don't we, Timmy?
That's right, Bob Dog. We sure do. Over here in the KSLU studios in the BSC.
Yep, from the heart of Midtown.
Just like that intro shows us.
I'm looking outside right now here from the studios, and I'm seeing a lot of people outside enjoying this nice weather.
Oh, man, this has been fantastic. 65 degrees.
I know, it's beautiful. Now, the thing is, though, I have been looking at the models, and we do have a cold front blowing through later on this week.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going to bring a chance of storms Tuesday, but we should be... So that's going to bring a chance of storms, but the big weather highlight from that is going to be temperatures that drop down to 30s. So we're going to be back to winter.
All right. Well, I can handle that for a little bit.
Yeah, I can too.
If we can get a little bit more winter in, I mean, that's not the worst thing. With the weather we've had, I mean, I don't think any of us are in any position to complain about it.
No, definitely not. Okay, there we go. No. For those of you who are listening, I had to mess with the knobs here on the thing. Now I can actually hear myself talking in my headset. I couldn't before, so it's really weird.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties
over here. A little bit of
a
technical problem today, but we should be, we're good now. We can hear each other. No, so the biggest sports story this week, I think, by far is Maty Mauk, the QB for Mizzou, was suspended.
And then I think came out to be permanently...
He was suspended, then now he's permanently dismissed from the program. And it's all over some video, apparently, that is allegedly 2 years old, that surfaced of him snorting some white powder. Now, we don't know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
We won't
report any...
we're not going to speculate. I mean, you have a communication minor here who's a journalist, journalistic track.
Not me.
Yeah, not Timmy. No, I mean, just,
You can guess who it is.
Yeah, probably. You can guess who it is, a broadcast meteorologist.
Yeah. Getting a lot of call-ins today.
That could be good, then. It means that maybe we'll be good to go.
Yeah.
No, for those of you new listeners that are calling in, we do not take call-ins until the bottom of the hour, so half past.
Yeah.
We will open it up and give you the number to call. Of course, some people apparently know it already, though.
Got some frequent flyers on the program.
And I guess that's the reason why in the intro it says KSLU's leading sports program, because we actually have a really big audience.
BT Sports is the way to go if you need your sports information.
Once they know the new time it is.
Yeah. Yeah, probably still got some Wednesday night listeners.
Yeah, people are also going, wait, why are they not on Wednesday nights? No, so back to Matt. No, it's Maddie. Yeah, it's Maddie.
Maty Mauk.
I misread it. I misread it as Marty. My mistake.
It's an oddly spelled name, Maty.
I know. That's why I probably put an R in there.
Yeah.
I'm used to that spelling, or Matty.
Yeah. It's
no, I'm looking here at the story right now. Yeah, he's permanently dismissed from the program. And he's had multiple opportunities for a fresh start.
Yeah, he's been, I think 3 times in the past 4 months he's been suspended.
Right.
We're only reporting the facts. We don't know what was going on in that video, but it doesn't look like a promising future for Mr. Mauk.
No, it doesn't really. It's really one of those things that it's just sad. It's like Alex Reyes, a prospect for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He faces. We talked about that last week, didn't we? We talked about Reyes last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
He faces a 100-game suspension if he messes up again.
And that was with
Alex Reyes, the prospect that's in the minor leagues, the Cardinals farm system.
And it was with marijuana.
Marijuana,
abuse.
yes. And again, like I said last week, that's an MLB policy, not a...
Yeah. But even, going off that, you just got to be... Yeah, you just can't make dumb decisions like that.
No, you really can't. It's sad,
If you know it's illegal or you know it's against policy, you just, I don't know. You just can't indulge in those substances.
No, you really can't. I do have a really, now kind of moving to a lighter story.
Yeah.
A producer for Channel 4, KMOV, penned a parody song for Stan Kroenke. Let me give you a listen of it here.
Come and listen to a story about a man named Stan. Back in 2010 said, I think I'll buy the Rams. Told everybody, don't you worry about me. I'm gonna stay right here in St. Louis, Missouri. liar, two-faced. Well, the next thing you know, he's crying about the dome. The stadium stinks, I want a new home. So we spent a bunch of money on a bunch of new stuff. But Stan said, nope, that ain't good enough. I want top tier, it's in the lease, you know. Well, the fans were all mad, but Stan didn't care. He didn't have to, cause he's a billionaire. Said California is the place I wanna be. So we loaded up the team and he moved to Beverly. Or Inglewood, that's close. He'll be a star. Clear that Stan is full of hot air. His promises are fake, just like his hair. But before you go, here's a piece of my mind. You can stick your team where the sun don't shine. Here, let me help you. Bend over a little.
Yeah, you get the idea of how upset people are that the Rams are out of town.
Yeah,
we're also a little butthurt over it, but I mean, you know, I've grown up with the Rams. I mean, they moved to St. Louis the year I was born, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, obviously KMOV being a local
TV station. Actually, they were not the home station for the Rams. It was actually KTVI Channel 2, our Fox station here in town, that was the home of the Rams. I mean, KMOV, I mean, they're butthurt. And actually, one of the producers, one of KMOV, you know, one of the meteorologists that's been here forever. He actually was chief up until about 2008. He ended up playing guitar on that one.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what it says here. But I just, you know, some little something funny to put into the show. And the cool part was they didn't have any swearing or anything, so we were able to play that unedited for all of you listeners. So the FCC cannot yell at us for that song.
It says the music from it. They brought it from the theme song from a popular 1960s comic,
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, moving from this part of the
right, yeah, well,
part of the U.S. over to California.
Yeah, well, the dad struck oil, and that's how they got out there. He struck oil,
and there's Stan Kroenke.
I know.
Whether or not it's going to be striking oil or not.
Nice thing is that's a funny take on it. You know, it's a really funny take. Okay, Collins. We appreciate your Collins. We love him here at BT Sports, but the first half of the hour is Timmy and I for the dialogue, okay?
And then we'll open it up.
We open it up at the bottom of the hour.
We love the enthusiasm, folks.
We do love the enthusiasm. I mean, that's something that we look for in pretty much everything around here at SLU.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love enthusiasm.
It's the Billiken way.
The Billiken way. There it is. The Billiken way. There it is. Oh, man. Timmy, what would I do without you on this show?
I don't know what I'd do without you, Bob Dog. We make a good team over here.
Yeah, we do. We're moving on to a story now about a former NFL player found to have CTE. And CTE is... I forgot what the name was, what it stands for here. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. And basically what happened... It's brain trauma from getting hit.
Yeah.
And that's why the NFL's, and a lot of, I know what IHSA is too, Illinois High School, they have a concussion protocol now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, did you get a chance to see that new, I think it's just called Concussion or something, with Will Smith? There's a new
I haven't seen that, no, I've heard about it though, yeah, I need to see it.
I mean, it's no secret, whether you follow the NFL, whether you follow sports, that concussions are just becoming a huge to the forefront of the sport. Yeah.
It's becoming an epidemic.
But I think, I mean, the way I've always looked at it is, hey, this is a trauma. He was only 27 years old, a former New York Giant. But if I told you to sign up for this sport where you run 20 miles an hour, two people running 20 miles an hour with a piece of metal on their head, clashing helmets, no one who thought that would be good for your brain,
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know there's some controversy of the NFL covering some things up, but
right. I mean, here's the thing. I managed football for 3 seasons back in my high school, and
absolutely.
I got to know the athletic trainer well, and some of the stuff he had to do too.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand, all that stuff that goes into that, or at least have a basic understanding of it, basic enough that I can talk about on the air. I mean, they have good concussion protocols. I mean, and our athletic trainer is really good. I mean, he actually was working with the hospital and kind of did us as part-time, but then he now is full-time with our high school.
Really?
But he knows his stuff. He is very good.
And he was probably pretty involved in, similar.
Yeah. I mean, he's the athletic trainer for all our sports. We have just one athletic trainer for
and so
everything.
he would, I mean, he's probably pretty in the thick of this.
Yeah,
or
he's
something of this nature.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I see him sharing stuff about this all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, really funny guy too. I mean, he had a really good joke. He had this red bag with a defibrillator. I mean, some immobilizers. Immobilize leg if it gets injured.
Yeah.
He called it the "oh crap" bag. So
in case something happens.
If he's there on the sideline yelling "oh crap, oh crap, oh crap," grab that red bag is what he told me the first day.
Then you know something's wrong. Then.
Yeah, no, you definitely know something's wrong. I mean, it became a funny joke.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I mean, luckily in my 3 seasons, he never had to use that.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. I mean, what a tragedy that would be.
We had a couple guys get concussed during my.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, something, and especially with how young kids are playing football nowadays. It's something to be
on the lookout for.
Yeah,
definitely,
and definitely something that needs to be combated. But it's just how do you combat that?
Exactly.
I'm sure that'll be a
big deal in the future
for people to
talk about that.
It's a pretty heated topic. People,
Kurt Warner's become a spokesman.
Yeah.
About that stuff.
Yeah.
Because he had to end his career early because he had
absolutely
he had some brain trauma.
A lot of, I mean, you look at what was the I think Junior Seau, great linebacker, a few years ago. I think he had he ended up committing suicide, unfortunately. But he, and then upon
when I was
studies on his brain, they found
he had CTE.
A bunch of.
Seeing one of the symptoms of CTE is depression.
Yeah. I mean, it just messes with your brain, and
I know this isn't a medical show. We're kind of taking a medical turn with it,
but
it relates to sports, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, and it's a very pivotal issue.
Yeah, and then back to more local stuff. Adam Wainwright, Cardinal pitcher. Let's see. Yeah, it was funny. I mean, Waino is a beast.
Yeah. And people love Wayne.
People love him because he does great work on the field and off the field too. I mean, he's very active in the community, and he actually got an award for that. Yeah, the prestigious Hutch Award for Outstanding Community Service. He got it Wednesday. When is this story? I don't see it. Oh well. When was this story? Timmy, can you find a date on this story for me, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't. Maybe. Actually, I don't think it says this story. When did I pull this? Let's see if I can find it in the URL. I can't find it in the URL. Oh, yeah, the 28th. So it would have been the 28th.
Just the other day.
Yeah, so it was Wednesday, yeah. This past Wednesday, Adam got the Hutch Award for community service.
And someone like him to receive an award like this, he's known for being such a phenomenal pitcher, such a phenomenal baseball player. And then something like this might go under the radar.
He amazed St. Louis when he came back out and relieved during the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because we didn't think he'd be back that soon. We thought he was going to be done for the entire year.
Yeah, because he was not an...
It was a torn Achilles.
Achilles, yeah.
He tore his Achilles.
Yeah, which, especially as a pitcher...
It was funny. Within 2 weeks after his surgery, he was in the dugout. He was in the dugout cheering the team on.
Yeah.
And that is why Adam is one of our best players. I mean, he's always in there cheering. Like when...
And it proves on and off the field.
Yeah, back when we had Joe Kelly, Adam and Joe were dancing in the dugout one time doing ballet.
Really?
And Adam did a trust fall into Joe Kelly.
That's too funny.
And yes, Joe Kelly did catch Adam.
Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, it
wouldn't have been a big deal.
It wouldn't have been a big deal. I mean, he would have fallen in the dugout or something. He probably just would have gotten up and laughed.
Yeah.
Now, Adam's a beast, though. He's a good guy, and I'm glad he got this award.
Yeah, absolutely.
He deserves it.
And you know what it demonstrates?
The Cardinal way.
The Cardinal way.
We talked about that on the show nonstop. But I mean, I was raised in St. Louis, and so I know all about the Cardinal way.
Yeah.
You give 110% on the field, and you're active in the community outside, Cardinal Nation will love you.
Yeah, and as it shows,
Just like Jason Mott, a lot of Cardinal fans still have a real lot of real respect for Jason Mott, who's now pitcher with our cross-state rival, the Cubs.
Yeah.
The Chicago Cubbies. The dirty, rotten, stinking Chicago Cubbies.
Who are starting to look better. But we'll get into that when time comes.
Yeah.
What
are we working on now? Let's see. So we got Adam Wainwright. You know what?
We got a lot to talk about.
Looking at locally, I want to move on to a story that's really local. I mean, we're talking 45 minutes away from SLU.
Yeah.
At this college, it's in Lebanon, Illinois. The college is McKendree.
And I think we touched on it.
We touched on it last week.
Was it last week?
Last week we touched on it because he was about to tie it.
Yeah.
And he did tie it. Harry Statham tied Pat
Summitt.
I can't remember I can't remember his last name, but Pat Summitt. He tied Pat Summitt's all-time NCAA basketball win records. And for that, this week he is the
Fireball.
That's right.
Woo.
Harry Statham is this week's Fireball
At
of the week.
1,098 total
wins.
college wins.
Think about that. That is amazing. That is just amazingly great. That is a feat that is amazingly great.
And then they played just last night.
They did play. They
last
did
night or the night before.
the night before, but they lost. So he
Yeah.
has not surpassed it yet. Had he surpassed it, we would have been reporting that for sure.
Yeah, that's incredible.
A
And he's
local college. I mean, they're D2, mind you.
yeah.
They're D2. They're not even D1.
Even just being able to, he's in his 50th season, being able to play
50
coach
seasons?
for 50 seasons. That's incredible.
Golly.
I know.
I mean, that Rick Majerus was here for, I want to say 10. I mean, he
he was great.
Had he not passed,
Yeah.
I think he'd still be here.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, with the way that he was taking the program.
He was going to be around for a while
Yeah.
if he hadn't passed.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, Majerus was a good coach. I mean, we have a banner for him up in Chaffetz. You know, 500 some odd career wins.
And he was. I mean,
At
everyone
SLU.
everyone loved him.
Everybody loved him here at SLU. I mean, he was a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He loved the program. I mean, he worked really hard to recruit people.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean, they had some great players on there.
I saw
too.
an interesting theory about Jim Cruz's first 2 seasons as coach.
Oh yeah, as to
how all the stuff. I mean, he was playing with all of Majerus's guys.
Yeah, it wasn't
and
his
all of
team
Majerus's
yet.
plays, right? And that's kind of why we're having a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
Because Cruz is still trying to work with a team he selected
and create his own.
and create his own legacy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, men's is doing good, but I mean, Dayton took it to SLU the other day.
Oh yeah, they did.
They took it to. I mean, Timmy, what was the score? Since you're the Dayton fan here,
It was like 70, 75, 73 to 37. Smoked them. Almost double
it's
the
a palindrome.
Yeah, seriously, 73-37. Yeah, that was not SLU's prettiest basketball game.
No, I mean, what the dilly happened?
I don't know. They got just trounced on. And because I think that puts SLU, let's see, where they rank in the A10.
Oh man, this is why SLU did so bad. For the game, they shot 27% from the field, 12% from behind the arc, and 36% at the charity stripe at Dayton.
36.
That is abysmal.
36%
That is
from the Lions.
abysmal performance.
That's one of the worst you'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
Even
I'm looking at
Dayton-
that stat, and I'm just sitting there jaw dropping, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. You know, Timmy, I think you might need to pinch me because I'm not even sure
Dayton shot
This is real.
62, which is like, I mean, that's a pretty decent.
from the
but-
charity stripe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 62. That's usually about where we shoot.
Yeah, but
usually
if you can
that's
follow
normal.
on there, that's pretty good.
That's normal for SLU for the most part. I mean, we've been really good at the stripe this year.
To take 24 shots from beyond the arc as SLU did and only make 3 of them,
I mean, don't get me wrong. They did work on that after that game. They did work on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up coming back. Now, Duquesne, we had a really good start during the Duquesne game. We had a really good start during the Duquesne game. We started off, I think,
Yeah.
on a 9-0 run or something like that.
And I mean,
And I think
at
we
one
had
point they had-
back-to-back trays is what we had to start. We had started on a 9-0 run, and I think we got to 11 before they
yeah, I was
got
going
their
to say,
first bucket.
they got started up to a double-digit lead
Yeah, I mean, we started off really good, but then we just
and maintained
couldn't.
it for most of the first half, I remember, saying
Right,
they were
yeah.
up like 25-12, and then just kind of eventually Duquesne ended up coming back and
Hang on a second. Wow. Duquesne's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys.
really.
Duquesne's only got 8 guys, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 9. I mean, it's comparable, but I mean, to see a team, a D1 team is only 8 guys.
Yeah, and that's only 3 guys off the bench.
Yeah, only 3 guys on the bench.
That'll take a toll.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at the stats here, and apparently there was a technical call on SLU at one point for some reason. I've been meaning to ask a friend of mine why that happened.
Oh yeah,
SLU bench got a technical called on it.
wow.
I guess Cruz got a little chippy with the refs.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yep. Yeah, I've seen
most of the bench fouls are.
I've seen techs called before. I mean, I have some pretty funny stories of my sophomore basketball coach getting called for things.
Really?
I mean, there was a game we were playing the Muscuda. It's a team that's
Yeah.
near Scott Air Force Base in Illinois,
Yeah.
or as you know, Mid America.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were playing Muscuda, and sitting on that year I was bench manager. I was sitting on the bench, and he got yelling. I'm thinking, oh Lord, please do not let us get a technical. Please do not let us get a technical. Please do not let us get a technical. About the second, the third, it didn't happen. It did not happen.
Oh no.
He came close. We were playing Roxana, which is a team that's 10 minutes from Bethalto.
Okay. Pretty close.
I mean, he came close to getting a tech. I'm sitting here going, Coach. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, Coach, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Yeah.
Oh well. What matters is he didn't get that. And I'm just sitting there going, please do not let us get a
I
technical.
mean, if you get respectful, you can be you can get heated, but
I mean, don't get me. Like I said, there's a strategy where coaches get techs to try to fire their team up.
mm-hmm.
Not a fan of that strategy.
Really.
It's just poor sportsmanship.
Yeah. Yeah. I I would have to slightly, maybe not disagree, but in context, I used to play a little basketball, and I've gotten my fair share of technicals, and then whether or not
Timmy!
they're good decisions, get wrapped up in the moment, throw some punches. Just kidding. No punches.
Excuse me?
No punches have been thrown.
Looking here at the men's stats now, I'm over at the men's stats.
Yeah.
We're as a team right now, we're shooting, where am I looking at? 42% from the field, 31 from behind the arc, and 70 on the line.
Which is pretty good.
I mean, we're holding our opponents to very similar numbers, too. Our opponents are shooting 43% from behind the field, 33 from behind the arc, and then 72 on the line, on the charity stripe.
Yeah.
I mean, we're very comparable details. Now, where they're
It's just that they're falling,
where they're getting us is rebounds.
Yeah.
Opponents are getting us in rebounds, and I think that's really the only stat that I'm seeing them getting us in.
But the problem with that is, even though they're just, they're staying level, we're shooting almost as good as our opponents, or
But
we're
it's
scoring
just
almost as many points.
Defensively,
But we're not scoring more,
We're not getting as many offensive rebounds. That's where we're losing out, is offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And that's why the opponents are getting, 72 points to our 66 on average.
Getting some double or second chance points.
Yeah, and that's what does it, second chance points, putbacks.
Yeah, you got to, even just, offensive rebounding. I guess if you're on, at that point, defense, you just got to box out,
Exactly. I mean, now we're looking, and that's not right. Okay, they have an older. That's weird. Oh, conference. Oh, that's conference stats.
All games in that one.
They have all games in the conference. I mean, in the conference, we are getting out rebounded by our opponents, and we're getting outscored about 10 points.
Yeah, which especially in conference play,
I know that's really bad.
That's where it starts there. Especially this late in the season, they're sitting at 8-13 right now. If they want any chance of, even to make the A10 tournament,
I know
they're gonna have to pick it up.
I mean, we're shooting 74% in conference play from the charity stripe, 32 from behind the arc, and then 40 from the field.
Which are,
And again, our opponents are at very similar numbers. It's just second chance points, I think, is what our issue is right now. We can't rebound.
Got to beat them on some sort of forefront.
Mm-hmm. Again, Timmy, I'm sitting there kind of as a spectator and kind of as, an analyst.
Yeah.
Looking at this stuff. It's not like, I'm not I don't know exactly what's going on. I mean, the person asked would be Jim Cruz,
Yeah. Ask Coach Cruz why we're not winning.
We'd have to ask Coach Cruz.
Which I don't know if he'd be too into answering that for us.
We're not on cruise control right now,
That's a good one.
I mean, no, they talked about being on cruise control. Women's right now, actually.
They're
playing right now at George Washington, and they have a share of first place in the A10 on the line. And if do you have the game up right now?
No.
You have an old game.
Yeah.
You're
finding the right link.
No. Hang on, folks. I'm trying to help Timmy navigate his computer.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. You're getting there. Go video, and it's gonna open. It's gonna open up here, and I think it has a replay, but you're gonna want to click the one it's today. The 31st showing.
Alrighty.
That, and we're gonna get a video stream going here.
See what's going on in that game.
Yeah, see what's going on. Timmy, while you do that, I'm gonna just do a. Here
we go. It's 89-80, looking
in
like
favor of George Washington. This is at the start of the fourth quarter.
Wow, they putting up some points today.
They are. I mean, women's has been putting up a lot of points. So down by 9. I mean, with a whole 10 minutes still left to play.
Yeah, especially when you're, I mean, you can make the argument you're letting them score that many points. But if you're playing with that high powered of an offense today, 9 points isn't.
No, it's not bad.
Not too bad.
I think it's going to work out good for. I think the ladies. I think are going to come really close.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that.
Yeah,
see
definitely.
What's
That's
going
something
on.
we need to keep people updated about. What do I have here? Sorry, I'm looking. I thought I had a notification.
On a new sports.
Oh wait, that's final. George Washington won 89-80.
Oh, it's the end of the
that was
game.
final.
Oh, whoops.
I don't know why it showed fourth quarter, 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, must just be, All right.
Just a glitch, but that is the final according to ESPN.
Well, another SLU team falling short.
Oh well, I mean, hey, women's is doing amazingly well. I mean, they are setting
they've
some
started to really
records
turn it
this
up.
season. I'm looking here at some of the stats about SLU. What am I looking at? The Billikens.
Well, that game was to take first place in the conference.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is crazy. Lisa Stone's record in 30 basket. Okay, at here at SLU, Coach Lisa Stone for women's has a 559-294 record. Think
Wow.
about that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably about a 75% winning percentage.
Win percentage, yeah. That's incredible.
That's incredible for her. I mean, this is her 30th season as a head coach. Not for us, but
Yeah,
between all
just
the teams.
in at the university level.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's really cool. I mean, and we are setting some records when it comes to all the stuff that we're doing. I'm looking here at some of the records we've got. Yeah, St. Louis. Here we go. St. Louis is 17-4 for just the second time in program history, matching the 1979-1980 squad. That team went on to 18-4 before finishing 18-6. SLU needs one win to tie the program record of 18, shared by the 78, 79, 79, 80 teams. One more victory will also tie this year's team with the 2002-2003 Billikens for the most conference wins in program history, and we were in the Conference USA then.
Yeah.
That's before we moved to the A10.
And that's what in conference play now they're 7-2
I know.
after that fall to George Washington.
I know, but
Who leads the
going
conference.
into the game, we were 7-1 in conference for the first time in any of the four leagues which women's has competed, and that is the A10. Prior to that, at Conference USA. Prior to that, Great Midwest, and then prior to that, Midwestern College, Collegiate League. My fault. That's amazing. Yeah. The Billikens up to this, we had won a school record 7 consecutive conference games. I mean, women's is setting records this year. I don't know why more people are not there at games.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the one game, the
Pink Out game.
Yeah, the Pink Out, the breast cancer awareness. They got
They set a record for attendance, and that
about
had
full
beat
house.
the previous year's Pink Out game.
Yeah, and it must be they're right now sitting at 17-5, 7-2 in the A10,
Yeah.
having one of the best years they've had in recent history.
No, that's definitely amazingly great.
Yeah, just a shame. Bummer they couldn't pull through on this one, but
Definitely, it's just a shame they couldn't make it happen.
they're definitely looking like the postseason Billiken basketball team to be watching this year.
Definitely. Timmy, it's bottom of the hour.
Yeah, we haven't gotten
say
any
calls since, but I think it's time to open it up, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
So anybody who's
get 'em
calling
going.
and still listening to us, it's time to open it up for call-ins. The number to call is 314-977-1581. Again, 314-977-1581. And you can talk to us about pretty much anything as long as it's vaguely sports related.
Yeah, we'll be more than happy
we
to
take
take them.
some pretty fun. And there it is, right
You wanna
there.
start us off, Bobby?
Yes, I'll start us off. And Timmy, you
All
can
right.
actually hear this week, can't you?
Yeah, that's right.
BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Hey, Bobby, can I talk to Timmy?
Seems to be a usual trend switching back and forth between us two. How you doing?
I'm doing just well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Glad to be in the studio today.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What did you have for lunch today?
What did I have for lunch today?
Yeah.
I had a nice little stir fry.
Oh, nice.
It was quite delicious. Thank you for
Okay,
asking,
cool.
taking an interest.
So I wanted to ask you if you think that Dayton's success on the court has anything to do with their exceeding criminal record off the court.
The exceeding criminal record off the court. Now, could you just give me a couple examples? Just
Oh, you want me to pull some cases for you?
Yeah, if you got any on hand.
So I heard about this one that they tried to rob a student here at SLU.
A Dayton player tried to rob a student at SLU?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'll have to look into that, but I find that to be potentially false information.
Oh, well, that could be true also.
I'll look into it. There are...
All right, well, praise Allah. I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right, thank you very much. You have a great day.
That was a
Wow.
weird call-in.
Yeah. Dayton does have some criminal record off the field, though.
Yeah, but I mean, hearing from a SLU student, that's kind of, makes this journalist kind of go, maybe not a good source.
I don't know about the SLU robbery, but
yeah. No, it was Timmy. I was talking about Timmy being able to hear this week. Last week until about, I want to say, halfway through the call-in session, Timmy's headset was actually unplugged.
Yeah.
And he couldn't hear anything going on, so I had to take all the call-ins at that point. It was funny. I mean, it works, though. We're both on headsets this week.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can hear.
Yeah, and now this one goes to Mr. Stillwell.
If.
Oh, no.
BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Hey, can I talk to Timmy, please?
Well, hello there. This is Mr. Shagru here on BT Sports.
Hi, Timmy. I heard that you tend to like Dayton better than SLU. You wear Dayton clothing on campus. Is this true?
I own a couple of Dayton apparel.
And is it true? Is it true that you would prefer Dayton on the court than SLU?
We report facts here. The game that they played on Wednesday night, the final score was 73 in Dayton's favor to 37 points that the Billikens put up.
So, are you saying that you are rooting for the Dayton Flyers?
I'm saying I'm absolutely rooting for the Dayton Flyers because they can score more than 40 points in one whole basketball game.
Okay, that's all I want to know. I just wanted to know where your loyalty.
I hope this isn't a SLU basketball player, and if so,
This is a SLU basketball player.
I apologize.
We know where you live, and we're gonna find you.
You have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Going for the whole, I don't know who you are, but I will find you
A
meme.
little taken.
Oh, well, it's funny, though. I always... Those are the ones we love,
Yeah.
Back to SLU, though. I did want to throw a shout out. I actually know one guy that's on the Billiken swimming team. And they closed
Saturday. It was yesterday, right?
yesterday. Yes, actually, it was coming back from some stuff I was doing with first year experience.
Oh yeah. How's that going?
Some group interview stuff I was doing. Well, I can't really talk about
absolutely.
talk about it beyond I was there doing it.
Yeah.
They won't let us say anything else until later on.
Really?
Yeah. Oh well, but no, I'll do it again next year. That's all I'm going to say about it. But no, so
Yeah,
I was walking
that's great to
back. I was
hear.
walking back to my dorm. Caught a friend of mine who's a communication major in my class last semester, and he was with the swimming team. He said that they won. I said, well, I'll give you a shout out on the air then.
Yeah.
So Ben Paratree, if you're listening to this show, which he might not, thanks for letting me know you guys won, because I got a story here about it. It was really cool. The Billiken swimming and diving team wrapped up the 2015-16 regular season with a pair of wins over Eastern Illinois. The men's team won 165 to 110 points, while the women prevailed 177 to 93. St. Louis will now begin preparations for the 2016 A-10 Conference Championship in diving.
Yeah, that's a great way because it was a home game too, a home match.
Yeah, it was
too.
a home match. It was over
Yeah.
at the Rec.
Yeah. A wonderful end of the season.
Definitely
home
a
win,
wonderful end of the season for him.
and now head into the conference championships and
No, I'm
hopefully in
really
high spirits.
I'm really impressed with ours. I mean, that's the thing, we look at all the only sports people look at for SLU are soccer and basketball. Those are the ones people think of.
Yeah.
Men's, women's soccer, and men's basketball. But there's plenty of other sports around here.
A lot of them fall under the wayside.
Yeah, they really do. And I'm just going, but you have teams like swimming and diving that are doing so many great
Yeah.
things. I mean, tennis too. We don't have any tennis stories this week, but I think 2 weeks running, one of their players has been A-10 Player of the Week in tennis.
Wow.
I mean, you and I both know a tennis player.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, and
that'd be cool to bring him on the show sometime.
Yeah, I know.
If
Talk
I
about
should be willing.
make me talk. But I mean, he did say something the other day that got my attention. He this friend of ours was asking the SLU Billikens Twitter, the Billiken Athletics Twitter account.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and take the call in. I'll finish what I'm saying after the call in.
absolutely.
Timmy, you
All
take
right.
this one.
So this is BT Sports. You're talking to Timmy. How can I help you?
All right, Timmy. What up, team? BT Sports.
How are you doing?
Great. Long time listener. Fifth time caller here.
It's great to have you back.
Well, yeah. So I unfortunately missed most of the show this week because I was at the TEDx talk.
Oh,
Did you hear about that?
I did.
Yes.
How was that?
It was great. Very cool. So I was just calling for a couple things. One, I was hoping to get just a quick recap of the show.
All right, we can.
So,
I'll throw you over to my co-host to give you the recap.
all right, Bobby, hit me.
Okay, we discussed Maddie Mock from Mizzou being booed. That was our top story this week. Fireball of the week this week was Harry Statham, who is the men's basketball coach at McHenry University.
Okay, cool.
He has tied Pat Summitt's all-time winning record in NCAA play.
Like it.
We talked about women's basketball, men's basketball, updates on those teams, and then we talked about swimming getting a win this last Saturday.
It's a little delayed. Yeah.
Listen to your phone, not the radio.
That sounds like a great show. I'm bummed that I missed it.
Well, it'll be out on YouTube after the fact, so you can hear the first half
weird.
of it.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just get to my question here. Timmy, I shot you a text. I was wondering about running later. Are you good to run right after the show at like 4? Go for a little run.
Let me change, and I will participate in some sports activities with you.
Right, yes, sweet. BT Sports taking on real life kids. All right, okay. It's been great talking to both you guys. I love you. Love you, and
feel the love.
Big fan.
All right, we'll talk to you later, long-time listener.
All right, peace, homies.
That was
All right.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, we love it. That just so you know, that caller was actually standing right outside the studio the whole time. So that's why you had the delay issue. And if I'm not mistaken, we had that happen with a couple of our friends last spring.
When we did the show before. Yeah.
They were standing there, and I had to keep saying, "Listen to your phone, not the radio."
It can get confusing sometimes.
Let's moving on now. Mizzou Athletics, despite Maddie being suspended, Mizzou Athletics has operated in the black this last year.
Meaning that they're operating
on a surplus.
Positive. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually ended up with more money than they spent.
Yeah.
A $4 million, basically $4.3 million surplus.
Jeez. Well, yeah, we'll take this.
We'll take the call and talk about it
it
after. Yes, Cy will take this one. BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Bobby,
Yeah.
bueno, tengo una pregunta sobre el partido de basketball que ha pasado este fin de semana. ¿Sabes algo de eso?
Speak English, please.
Pero que no hablo inglés, ¿no?
No habla español.
Oh, ¿quién sabe español?
I need you to speak English, please, sir.
Pero que no puedo, ok. Tengo que irme, adiós, gracias por su tiempo. Adiós.
Okay, we're going to have to let you go because I am not understanding a word you were saying.
That was
weird. Somebody called
interesting.
Somebody called in and spoke Spanish, and I'm going, I don't know that much enough Spanish to answer that call in Spanish.
I think it's time for BT Sports to go international.
It might just be going international.
Yeah, wow, got some international callers coming in.
But back to the surplus that Mizzou had.
Yeah.
$4.3 million surplus.
Which I don't, it's the Mizzou athletic department as a whole could be but I mean, Mizzou's athletic department this year has brought a lot of attention to itself with previously in the year and now this. It's a wonder they're making so much money off it. I thought we had a call coming in there, but I guess not.
Yeah.
And also with that,
and at the same time, listen to this: they're going to actually be spending less on Odom than they were on Gary Pinkel.
Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go. That's
Yep.
another benefit.
And then they were spending less on the new coach instead of Frank Haith for basketball.
Yeah. All right, this is BT Sports. You are talking to Timmy. How can I help you?
Okay, looks like that was a hang-up.
Good talk.
Good talk. There it is, Timmy. Oh man, that's why I love having you as a co-host. You think of what to say, when to say it.
We have some fun.
We do have some fun here.
And then Mock. Also, I don't want to go through the whole
No, definitely.
letter. Just 'cause
Mock
it's
actually did pen a handwritten note
Yeah.
apologizing.
which, it's kind of a. We'll take this and then
We'll take
go
this and
back to
talk about the
letter.
note. Yeah.
BT Sports. This is Tim. How can I help you?
Sounds like Darth Vader on the
Yeah,
other
I
end.
think I got my dad over there. But
Is your dad Darth Vader?
I was waiting for some sort of Tim, I am your father, but
Yeah, I
guess he
don't know.
couldn't pull it off.
Basically, he just apologized. He said he was disappointed. Blah blah blah.
And it seems
It seems kind of like
it's one of those letters where it's insert who you're apologizing for here.
really
insert,
it is one of those. But I mean, the fact that he hand wrote it and then signed it, I think that
Yeah.
does say a lot about his character. And I do look at him positively for that.
Yeah.
Still, he did violate rules.
It's a good. I mean, following such a poor dismissal, poor controversy over it, it's a good follow up.
No,
I'll let you
definitely.
take this one, Robert.
It's a hang up. It stopped.
All right, good call.
Locally, we're looking at some more local news. Highland, Illinois, it's a town that is in the same conference as Bethalto High.
Okay, right over the river, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take this call and then talk about the story.
All right.
BT Sports, it's Bobby. Well, again, Vader's calling in. Not sure if my roommate or if your dad.
Yeah, right.
Insert Futurama Fry meme here.
Yeah, that's right. Over in 528.
Yeah, I don't 528. I mean,
Nah,
if
never mind.
I mean the 528 area code.
Yeah, well,
No, it's
never
not.
mind.
It's not in the 528 area code.
But yeah, they go back to Highland.
Yeah, Highland's this town that's in the same conference as Bethalto High, and we play them for stuff. I mean, I know at least a couple people that graduated from Highland. Went to my church. Really cool. Their baseball coach has been named to the State Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and I mean, in this case, which is Illinois, not
High school. Yeah,
Missouri,
the Illinois State Hall of
because
Fame
it's
for high school
across the
sports.
river.
Now, that's really cool. 7 months after piloting the Highland High School baseball team to its second Illinois high school Class 3A state champ, longtime coach Joel Hawkins was initiated into an elite group of his coaching brethren. The Illinois Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame on Saturday night. We'll give our take on this after this call.
BT Sports. This is Tim.
Pizza, Tim.
I'm hearing pizza.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't have any pizza on me. I apologize. All right.
That or it was ET trying to phone home.
Yeah, one or the other.
ET phoning home. ET phone home. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist throwing that in there. But yeah, no, the Illinois Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame this past Saturday night.
Yeah.
So it'd be a week ago yesterday.
Yesterday. But I mean, that's incredible.
That is cool.
But
Actually, no, hold on. When was this story written? It was posted. No. Yeah, it would have been. It would have
Yeah.
been. Yeah, it would have been last week.
But
Still, though, it's a cool thing,
all right.
Timmy, you
Bobby?
go ahead and take this one since yours was a dud.
All right. Hey there, how you doing? This is BT Sports, and you're talking to the one and only Tim Shagru.
I'm gonna put a hole in the back of your throat.
Okay, that might be a threat.
That sounds like a threat. Not.
Yeah, we can't trace the call, but if the FCC is listening, you work on tracing that call, if you will. Get your friends at the FBI to help us out, because that could be considered a threat.
Did not sound like the most pleasant thing that I.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. And
Moving on. In his 24 years at the helm, Hawkins steered his teams to 538 wins and a 65.7% winning, 0.657 winning percentage. So really cool, 657.
and brought home a couple
Yeah, let's see.
State
8 regionals,
championships,
3
too.
sectionals, and 2 state championships.
just recently.
Yeah,
Looks
I mean,
like 2015. They
08, no,
20
08 and 05.
yeah.
08 and 15.
20, yeah.
08 and 15. I said 05. I'm sorry.
I went along with that at first. Wait.
Wait, hang on a second.
But yeah, that, I mean, obviously, not from the area, don't know much about the program, but that's incredible.
No, Highland, I mean, I will admit, Highland is a really good program. Of course, their basketball fans can be a little annoying at times.
Really.
That's
Get a
another
little
argument,
feisty.
though.
Yeah, that's a dud.
That call. I mean, they just do some really unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, I'm surprised when we were there my senior year, their section didn't get teed.
Really?
I mean, I'm very, very surprised.
Wow.
It was just they were on the floor, mind you.
Really?
And my high school's AD, if we got on the floor, you're out of there. he'd be sending us home early.
Hopefully their baseball team plays a little differently than...
It was their fans. It wasn't their team at all. It was their fans. And then one of our bigger players, our post guy, they taunted him over chicken nuggets.
Really?
Yeah, and actually, and then Triad, which is over in Troy, Illinois, which is a little further south than Highland, but 30 minutes away. They did the same thing. They called him trash.
Really?
And some parents went over to complain to the AD, and I kind of was keeping in tune with it too, as camera guy. And you know what our AD said? They're not doing anything wrong. And what's interesting was their AD coach was one of the assistant coaches.
Really? Wow. That seems like that's a little.
It was excessive. I'm sorry. It was stupid. I was not particularly happy with both those fan sections.
How it transpired. Yeah.
Funny story. At Roxana, my senior year, our big free throw shooter is shooting, and a guy jumps out of the bleachers, about the first row back bleachers, to distract him.
Jumped onto the court.
Yeah, I jumped on. Well, the thing is,
the ground.
On the ground. I mean, there's about 3 feet about a foot before the bleachers start.
Yeah.
On that side of the gym near the basket, he jumped onto that out of bounds area to distract him.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, the officials are over there,
kicked him out.
giving him the heave ho.
Really?
And as he goes out, he's waving, as a hero or something. I'm going, oh, just get off the dang court,
Yeah.
you moron.
Thought something else was gonna slip out of your mouth there.
I know, I'm being careful with it.
Yeah. That's a little. Not surprising he got ejected
For
on
that sort of
one.
thing, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really
For that sort of thing, yeah, it was really stupid.
not much of a surprise.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to some baseball news.
Yeah.
St. Louis will be playing in-state rival Mizzou at Kauffman Stadium. I don't know the exact date on it. But we're looking here. March 29th. This is the first meeting between the two teams since April 1st of 2009, and that game was played at Busch Stadium.
Oh wow, that would have been a cool
What's
game.
really cool, a lot of high school teams actually do that.
Play at Busch.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, that would be a really neat experience, especially as a high school.
I know
Your biggest place you played is, probably fits 1,000, and then you get to play at Busch Stadium.
I know it's really cool. I never got to go to any of those games, but I heard from friends of mine that
that it was a pretty neat experience.
Yeah, no, and then I got a friend of mine, is dating one of our former players.
Oh really?
And she went to the game and thought it was really cool.
Yeah, we knew a couple baseball guys, on the team.
Yeah, we knew a couple guys on SLU baseball. I mean, I've seen one of them around campus too.
Yeah, really.
To this day, yeah. I don't think he recognizes me though.
So hopefully they
do decent.
Wishing the best for them.
We're gonna do a BT Sports outing to one of those games.
Yeah.
aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Bobby, you got this one.
Yep. BT Sports, you got Bobby.
Teacher.
Teacher. Oh boy, that's lovely.
Don't really know who that is.
Yeah, no kidding. We don't know who that is.
No, some of the ones we can pick out, but that
one was. I'm sitting here going, who is that?
as much as it related to the topic of sports, Not exactly.
Timmy. Timmy.
But Timmy. But yeah, this meeting between the Bills and the Tigers will be the 100th matchup between the two programs.
Nice.
And the last time that the Bills one was about 12 years ago on April 7th, 2004.
Golly, in 2004, let's see, in 2004, I was in elementary school.
Yeah. So it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen him take the crown.
Yeah, hopefully they can make it happen.
But they also got they're sitting at Mizzou has preseason All-American Tanner Hawk, the consensus #1 pick for the MLB draft. So,
Wow.
should be an interesting
Could be an
interesting
game
matchup.
if we end up hitting it.
Yeah,
Moving on to some more St.
would
Louis
be
news.
would be a good one to go to though.
Yeah, it would be. Moving on to after this
Another
column,
column.
we'll move on to some more St. Louis news about soccer. BT Sports. This is Bobby.
Oh, yeah, Bobby, can I talk to Timmy?
Hello, this is Timmy.
Oh, Timmy. Hey,
Hello there.
are you?
I think we have gone international.
Oh, this is Weasley.
Oh, hey there.
This is Gunther. Willkommen.
You guys have any German sports topics?
I do. You forgot your lunch to school today. You have to come back home.
Okay, that was a really bizarre call-in.
Yeah, that was.
That was so bizarre. Timmy, did you know that person?
I think I might have an idea as to who it is, but I'll have to investigate that one. Sounds familiar, but I'll have. I don't. We'll move on from that.
But yeah, moving on again.
Yeah.
Some news. Now there are plans for an MLS stadium near Union Station. And Timmy, I think Union Station, it's not too far from SLU.
Yeah. No.
And actually they're planning to redo Union Station and put a Ferris wheel up and everything. The hotel's going to expand.
Oh,
over
really?
there.
Really?
They have a hotel in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
It's really cool how they did it too.
I've never been in there yet, but I know they have one.
Something we might need to do whenever it warms up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Is just go around at Union Station.
I'll just go do a
there's not-
BT Sports St. Louis field trip.
There's not much at Union Station anymore, but it's still a pretty cool place to go.
Yeah, and if we're down
even if
there-
you're going there for the architecture, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, if we're down in the area, we could hit up some other, maybe on our way to a college game or something,
If we go to one,
Yeah.
just go a little bit early and go bum around Union Station.
Yeah.
They got a Hard Rock Cafe there.
Never been. Grab
I-
myself a little T-shirt.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's probably the newest thing that's open there. Is to tell you the truth, the newest big name thing is the Hard Rock Cafe.
Really?
But yeah, St. Louis is really a soccer town.
Yeah.
Whenever they do FIFA, St. Louis is usually in the top 5 of
Really?
cities that watch FIFA.
Really?
Really,
Wow, I was not.
I think
even
the
aware of that.
last World Cup, St. Louis was the highest rated city.
Really?
for it, yeah.
Wow. And then they don't have a team.
I know we don't have an MLS team, so now what they're trying to do is they're trying to build a. Here's a story from KTVI or Fox station here in town. With strong support from Major League Soccer in St. Louis, there's hope that designs for a new stadium will generate interest, specifically a stadium located immediately south of Union Station. So I guess what they're doing now, instead of all that tax money going to fund that stadium on the riverfront, they're moving that over to Union Station,
Yeah.
more into the city itself.
Because with all the, talk about just redoing the riverfront area, putting in the new Ram Stadium, it seems,
Well, what I'm thinking is this: if you build you really the dual facility idea, I didn't really like too much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we've made it work before, like before the dome was built.
Yeah.
The Rams and then the football Cardinals actually played in Busch Stadium too.
Oh, yeah?
They actually were able to do it, and soccer teams have actually played in the current Busch Stadium before. They've had a few friendly matches
Yeah.
in St. Louis. And
Probably
they
draw a
played at
big
Busch.
crowd. I mean, especially with what
Oh
you're
my
saying.
gosh, they
yeah.
draw big crowds. I mean, Busch Stadium, it really fills up. I mean, it's not full.
Yeah.
It's
but
not
it probably,
the same room only, but I
know.
mean, it's really surprising just how much support they have. And we have a semi-professional team, the St. Louis Ambush, that plays out in St. Charles.
Yeah.
They
I actually went and saw one of them last year.
You did go see it,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty fun.
I never have been.
Yeah. It's a pretty fun atmosphere. Pretty fun game.
Yeah, I mean, it's indoor soccer too.
Yeah. It's a way different. I mean,
It's way different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched some of the stuff online. Like when the Ambush came back, I watched one or two of their games online. They stream them typically.
really.
Looked pretty fun.
Yeah, no, they're fun. No doubt. But it would be cool to see him get a replace the
replace
NFL team with an MLS.
MLS. Yeah, I mean, I'd go watch an MLS game, to tell you the truth, even if I don't like the guys. I mean, as much as I don't get some of the rules of soccer, I watched a few games in high school. I took pics at one actually for the yearbook.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I mean, because constantly being entertained.
It's kind of like basketball in a way.
Yeah, always moving back and forth. It's not as high scoring, obviously, but
No.
that's
But I mean, you never know when somebody's going to steal. I mean, it's really similar to basketball.
Yeah,
to tell
and
you
then when
the
they do
truth.
get a goal, it's always pretty exciting.
Yeah, you'll be watching the Spanish feed. Here's the announcers. Goal! Just like I do. That's on my bucket list. Watch a Spanish broadcast of a soccer game just to hear the announcer yell goal.
Yeah.
Because it's a cognate between English and Spanish. It's pronounced the exact same way.
Yeah, exactly. Spelled differently, pronounced the same.
Yeah, it's spelled GOL. And in
Yeah.
Spanish, you'd pronounce it the same way.
Yeah, so that'd be
pretty cool.
that'd be a pretty cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool
Moving
thing
on
to
to some NHL news, actually. Oh yeah, Blues. The Blues have said that they want upgrades to Scott Trade now,
Oh yeah,
and let's see.
and it won't be cheap.
No, $100 million for the improvements, but that is a lot less than what they wanted for that new stadium.
Oh yeah, it was like upwards of like 1.2, 1.3 billion, I think.
with
yeah.
a B.
Yeah.
No, 100
billion
million.
with a B.
100 million. I believe. I think they had to raise taxes for this. The city would be in favor of it.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, Tom Stillman, the chairman of the Blues, he's very much dedicated to St. Louis.
Yeah. And then what we've talked about,
Bill DeWitt and Stillman both are dedicated to St. Louis, and they care about the fan base. Without the fan base, you don't have a team.
Yeah.
You don't have a sports team.
No, I mean, yeah, you need, and that's, I think, and well, we only got about a minute or two.
We got about a minute
so
left.
we
This will be the last
take this
call in,
one,
and then I think we'll be signing off after that. I'll go ahead and take this one, Timmy.
Alrighty.
BT Sports, this is Bobby.
This is the ghost of Anne Frank.
Okay, that was a bizarre one.
I hope that's not true.
I hope it's not true, yeah. Anyway, though, but no.
Getting haunted this
so I'm
show.
this show's getting haunted, yeah. Yeah, okay, so the proposed $1 billion riverfront stadium becomes a memory. The St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission and the Blues met with leaders about the updates. So $100 million for Scott Trade and $120 million for the Dome and Convention Center area.
Yeah.
Because there's a convention center attached to the Dome.
Yeah. Right. Right. I guess.
So I
I
mean,
don't know what
this
street
is
that
not
is, but-
bad. This is not bad. And if I was a resident of St. Louis, I would vote in favor of this. They had to raise the taxes on it because, like I said, these are both upgrades that really will benefit the city.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's not just
It's worthless money because that $100 million for Scott Trade, I think it's not that old, but the state it was built in the '90s.
And I mean, with the way the Blues are playing, where their program's growing, it'd be nice to keep them.
I think it would be. I think it would be
tip-top.
worth it to pay for those updates. Now the convention center, maybe not as much, but I
Yeah.
mean we are trying to attract a lot of meetings, and with the Rams not there anymore,
Could turn that into something else.
It's going to be a lot.
turn it.
Yeah, you can make the Dome actually, make it conference space. I mean, they've hosted big events in the actual main stadium area,
Yeah.
so it definitely is a possibility.
Yeah, I agree. I would be all for it. I think it'd be.
No, it's definitely. I think that definitely is a good idea, and I think it would be a really cool thing to see happen. Well, I think it's we're a little past time actually right now to sign off.
It's gone
here.
over a little bit, but
Yeah, I mean, well, we're talking about a story, so that's kind of what
Yeah.
happens. So I guess that's going to be it for this week's edition of BT Sports. I'm Bobby Stillwell,
And I'm Tim Shagru.
and we will see you next week at 3.
Sounds like a plan.